Yes, sir. All right, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to another mashup, another WMMA mashup. We are back with round 25. And here we go. Got my man in the building. What's going on? Let's make sure the audio is working. Let's do a mic check. What's up, BJ? I see BJ in the building. I think there you go, right there. What's going
What's
on?
up, man?
Oh, man, we back in the building, man. What's up?
Yes, sir. Hey, how do I sound?
I hear a little crackle in there, but keep talking for a second.
Hold on. Let's see. All
Okay,
right. What about now? How do I sound?
okay, that's good. That's good right there.
Okay.
Perfect.
If it starts
Perfect.
crackling, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. What's up? We back in the building, y'all. What's up, Marcus
Yes,
Bell?
sir. Yes, sir. This is what episode what? I mean, golly, do we in the
25.
trenches?
We in the trenches now, man. We almost at a year.
50 weeks of the mashup, my dude.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. Look, I feel a little refreshed though, man.
Yeah.
I guess because we didn't have no fights last week either.
Yeah.
And I was really missing it too. I was like, dang, this would feel like, I know we went 6 weeks, but I enjoyed the card this past weekend, man, but there was something missing, There
Something
was
was
just
missing. Yeah, man. I said the same thing. Like I found myself sleep. I found
yeah.
myself, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of uninterested just a little bit,
I
you
did
know?
too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was too. I watched it because I was just so you know, yeah, I was at work. I was kind of snowed in. I'm an
Yeah.
essential worker, so I just decided to stay overnight at the job, and
Yeah.
I just tuned into the UFC, but I was kind of in and out. I was kind of in and out a little bit, but
I was in
it
and
was
out of
it was
sleep.
entertaining. You ain't out of sleep. Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you, it's a
yeah,
struggle.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, this weekend we picking it back up, man. I mean, we got some good fights. We got 3 fights. They kicking the weekend off.
Yeah.
Kicking it off right the prelims. But I
Yeah.
know, w- we didn't get a chance to talk the previous weekend, man. I mean, we got to go ahead and start in on this, man, because his
Uh-oh.
was his was rolling
Uh-oh.
with this decision.
Heads was rolling. Yeah, heads was rolling for sure. I about to say, dude, we can't start talking about new topics without talking about that at least. But first of all, I still sound okay, right?
Yeah, yeah, you still good.
Okay,
Still
perfect.
good.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, man. We can't ignore this because we both talked about it, on our separate videos. But we know how we do, man. We
Yes,
hardcore, so
sir.
we gotta meet to a head on this. But I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you jump in first, man. I need to know your take as far as now. It's been almost 2 weeks out now.
I mean, for me, I just left the fight thinking like, and I said before the fight, I said, man, she better go in here and wax Rose. Like she better go in here and beat Rose decisively, man. And that was not a decisive win for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I work with a couple people who are like casual people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see the headline, like they see the memes. They don't really pay attention to women. They barely pay attention to the sport, let alone the women. And they came in. They was like, "What about that salsa dancer?" And I had no idea what they were talking about. And
Oh,
I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He was like, "The salsa dancer." And I'm thinking, wait a minute, Valentina didn't fight. She get in there and dance. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, Alan Perez ain't fault. So I'm thinking, like, who are you talking about? He said, the girl, man, like, and this particular guy is crazy that he's a casual because he actually trains MMA and he trains Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that he's a casual, but he was like, yeah, that girl, man, that Brazilian girl, man, the way she moved. I was like, yeah, man, and it kind of made it seem so like if somebody that's as what's the word I'm looking for? Like what's the word I'm looking for? A surface, even a surface level casual viewer like that. That's what they take away from Natalia Silva's performance. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, man, like her optics really weren't that good in that fight. You know what I'm
like
saying?
a first
Because that's what
impression,
people
right?
say it again.
What do you mean, like his first impression that wasn't good, right?
Yeah, like that was his first time seeing her fight, and it didn't. That's what he took away from it was that she looked like she was salsa dancing in there,
Mm.
and I'm just like, man, but dude, she just if that didn't help me. That didn't help her case. That performance that didn't help her case at all.
Mm, mm. You know, now that you brought that up, you know who's like a really good critic or was a good critic was God rest her soul, my mom. Like when it comes to fights
Hmm.
and fighters for a first time, she'll tell you who ain't got it and who do got it. Like right off top,
Okay.
like if that would have been the perfect fight to play, and my mom would see it and she'd be like, she would tell you like, "Oh, that person good," or "Oh, I like what they're doing," or she'd be like, "Nah, this person ain't it. They ain't doing nothing." You know what I mean? Like she would
Right.
really tell you that. Like when she first seen Amanda Nunes, she was like, "Oh, she's real good." She was like, "I need to watch." She wanted to always watch Amanda Nunes.
Watch Nunes fight. Yeah.
Yeah, or like Alexa Grasso. She loved like Alexa Grasso too, and like Zhang Wei Li. Um,
Yeah,
you
your
know,
mom had good. I forgot how good your mom's taste was.
oh yeah,
Like her
yeah.
taste. You told me that who her favorite, who her standout fighters were. And I'm like, Combo's mom had good taste.
Hmm.
She only liked the high level girls.
Oh yeah, I like towards her later years, like when she wasn't her best, but she did like Manon. But she was
Okay.
she was watching
Okay.
Andrea Lee. She was watching Andrea Lee one time, and she was like, "Why she keep making that noise? Like, why she always gotta, you know, like with every punch?" She was like, "Yeah," she's like, "She make too much noise."
And don't even be connected. We'll
Don't
be
even be
out there.
connected.
Ha
Yeah,
ha ha ha. I'm like, Andrew Lee, shut up,
for
man.
real, man.
Shut up.
So yeah, with that, with that being said, though, it's like I know, like if she would have seen something that night, I would have heard the truth about something. Like she would be like, "Uh oh, somebody doing too much dancing," or on both sides, or like it's boring. If something get boring, she'd be, "I don't like that fight. Turn it off," or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, but really though, like okay, it didn't impress you, but how is the decision set with you now? Like, how is it set with you as far as like,
Two
are you
weeks later,
fine with it? Yeah.
nah, man, I'm not good with it. I'm still not good with it, bro. I can't see her winning those first two rounds, even though that first round was close. I still can't see her just winning them giving her that first round like that because she didn't really do much. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, it was all about like who was doing what, and I hate to say it, but I said it before this fight, Combo. I said Rose will match her footwork. Like Rose will match her footwork. Y'all think that? Some people out here think that the Natalia Silva got this crazy footwork that can't nobody deal with. It's first of all, people were saying that her footwork was going to be a problem for Valentina. Like I'm just like, I know they didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, her footwork's gonna be a problem. How when it ain't even better than Rose's? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you got to be better than Rose to beat Valentina, in my
Mhm.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against
Oh yeah.
Rose, but we're talking about flyweight here. But Rose footwork, man. Like Natalia ain't never fought nobody who. Now, if you go out there and stand in front of Natalia the way Grasso did, she gonna beat you. But somebody that was a
Mhm.
moving target like Rose was, and Rose was working her ankle, like Rose knew exactly what she was doing out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Rose trained for Natalia Silva. You could tell in the way Rose fought that she trained for Natalia Silva, bro. She was very prepared. They watched footage and they were prepared for Natalia Silva because Natalia Silva to me never had Rose looking puzzled or anything like that. Like Rose never did look like she was out of sorts, like the way she kind of looked in that Manon fight, even though she never stopped fighting. But like there was a aura of defeat, like going into that third round or something like that with Rose. One of those rounds, you could just kind of tell that Rose knew she was down and she wasn't gonna win that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't feel like that with Rose. Rose was. Did you see how Rose was using her footwork to cut those angles and would fire in with those long shots, man? Like Rose's speed. We gotta talk about Rose's speed. When Rose shows up, like like I said, we never know when Rose is gonna show up. The Rose we want to see, but when Rose shows up, Rose is she's like a snake charmer out there. Like she moves kind of like a snake charmer. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of a snake charmer, but she strikes like a snake. And Rose matched her speed and matched her footwork, man, and that made Natalia Silva not look that impressive at all when somebody can do that.
I think both of them, in my opinion, didn't look impressive like that. Like, I agree to a certain extent, like you were saying, with Rose coming to actually fight, because this wasn't like a pressuring style. But honestly, she looked about as prepared as she did for any of the other high level fights, like Aaron as well. Like, I think it came down to that mental thing again. Like, she she just kind of fell apart in the third round again. Like, she just abandoned the game plan, started
Yep,
walking
yep,
in and getting hit.
right,
So I think again, she's kind of like that maybe 2 or 3 round fighter where I'm not really seeing like this statement maker anymore. Like when she fought
right,
Manon, she fought maybe 1 round or two, but was still in the fight, but she wasn't fighting to cap it off. Same thing when she
right,
fought Aaron. Like, she won the first 2 rounds against Aaron, but as soon as like you hit the third round, it's like you stop working. Like, it's like, what happens? This Natalia Silva fight, she started slow, and a lot of people think she won the first round. Like I said, I thought she did, could have went either way, but she bags the second round, but not really in the way I'm
in the
thinking,
third.
okay,
Yeah, I
somebody
mean,
needs to
yeah,
be
yeah,
champion.
yeah,
So to me, I think Natalia on her side, she didn't look as impressive. Number one, maybe because this was like her first real like bigger test than like some of the other fighters. She got tested more than Grasso or Andrade ever could. That could have tested
right,
her. And then on Rose, not Rose yet, but on Natalia's side, yeah, this is like her first time being at the top. Like, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying, like, this is just how she's kind of introduced to the game. Like, this what's going to be like with high level fighters. But Rose, it's always kind of been there, done that type of thing now. Like, and
yeah,
now flyweight, I'm still not seeing somebody that's fully ready to make a statement. Like when Grasso came through, she was ready. You know what I mean? Like when
yeah,
she moved up, she ran through some girls, got her shot, got the belt, and there was no like questioning her defeats on the way up. I think
right,
Arujo was maybe like the closest fight, but it was still like something there in Grasso that looked like she was hungry for the belt. But Rose has just been a little bit more like, I don't know, just she's just there. Just like she was there to just do enough, but Natalia is the one who kind of capped it off in the first round to impress the judges, and then she won a decisive third round. But with that being said, I still yeah, it was a short notice fight too. Yeah, it was a short notice fight, but I think that it was on Natalia Silva to go in here and own this fight. Either way, like on her part, she should have taken charge in this fight and just dominated at this point. I gave her no more of a pass when Rose first moved up because she was fighting skill for skill, and she went on paper to say, I want to test her striking and fight her skill for skill like she was doing. But I think there comes a point like for Natalia Silva, all right, this is short notice. They trying to put another fighter in front of me. Let me go ahead and get her out of there. Let me go ahead and get this girl out of there. But she didn't do that. She didn't do that either. So it just kind of left a suspect look on both sides to me.
yeah, yeah. Rose could have, if Rose would have kept her foot on the gas in that third round, it could have been a little bit more decisively toward Rose. You know what I'm saying? Because I did notice a change in Rose's game in that third round, man. I don't know if Rose was tired, if I don't know what it is, man, but she ain't like Rose ain't. I don't know, man, because she kind of slowing down in the later rounds of these fights. You know what I'm saying? She kind of
Yeah.
is, and it's kind of been kind of consistent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on there, but Rose had to fight one. If she'd have bagged round 3, like Rose had to fight one. You know what I'm saying? But as far as going forward with Natalia Silva, I listened to that Manon interview. I know you got that on the marquee to talk about. And Manon was like, I'll fight for the belt, but if I have to fight Natalia Silva, I'll fight Natalia Silva. But Manon was not impressed with Natalia Silva at all. Like Manon was not impressed. I was surprised at that, because she was saying she thought Rose won the fight. She said she thought Rose did enough to win the fight, and I think Manon got a mark on Natalia back.
Yeah.
She got a target on her back.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, man, like there were some things that I needed answered now. Well, I needed answered and I got them answered. There were some questions I needed answered. And like Natalia, she does have really, really good movement, man. But I think that there was some moments in this fight where, just being a little too cautious and a little too quick to get out, she kind of cheated her own self out of good counter shots or some good shots to dominate it. Because, like we were saying, Rose, she does have the accuracy. Like she can hit hard, like because of the way she throws her punches. But, with the way Natalia moves, I thought she could have been in control the whole time and, just committed, like, because like we were saying, like I was saying in the last time we talked, we were discussing like the pressure that Rose kind of, that high pressure she kind of withers under, like I think Natalia Silva, she could have had that in her to just, push forward a little bit more and control the fight instead of, trying to dance a lot and win these rounds closely, because it's going to be hard to win a fight with dancing when you're dealing with another master dancer,
Yes. But I have to give Natalia Silva some props though, because she did turn it up in the third round when she realized her coaches really told her, like, you're down. You know what I'm saying? First round was close, second round you lost. Like, you need to turn it up. And she went out there and she turned it up.
She did.
She turned it up.
But that's what I was expecting from her from the first round, man. I was like, she probably gonna come out and just own the first round and maybe keep doing that until she maybe either stop Rose or maybe just 30-27 her. But it was like, that first round, I guess, man, it was just, in a way, we definitely got what we wanted, right? Because if she ran through Rose, I still think people probably would have been like, oh man, she still ain't fighting nobody. But now that she got tested, it's like, okay, now we can see where she might need a little bit of work. But I still think she earned a title shot, though. I know you probably think differently, but I think she's next in line now. I think that's enough.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, I feel like Natalia is not leaving the best taste in people's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not leaving, they're not leaving she's not leaving a good taste in people. Is that what people really want to see fight Valentina? Like, is that the challenge that we really want to see Valentina have to deal with? Because is she really going to have to deal with much? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my juices flowing for that fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how would what's going to be exciting about this fight. And I don't see much excitement. I don't have much excitement for this fight, for this matchup. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, on one hand, yes, she earned her title shot. But on the other hand, like, people don't really want to see her fight for the belt though. It's still like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather see her fight Manon first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather see, now that I hear Manon saying, like, let's do it, like, let's run it. If I have to fight for the belt, if they give me the title shot, I'm cool. But if not, I want Natalia Silva, is what Manon said. Yeah, I'm more entertained by that.
What do you think of like with, let me see, what was I gonna say about well, I'm definitely, I'm impressed with what Manon was saying about that too. But I think that Natalia, she could step it up though. You know what I mean? Like, I think she could step it up for this Valentina fight. Because like I said, now it kind of gives her a real gauge of herself, because it's fun and it does make it exciting when everybody is falling to that person. You just dominate and you win in every single round. But eventually somebody is going to test you. But now it could make for a better fight against Valentina because now she has something to gauge and say, this is where I need to be better at, you know?
So okay, Two Beasts is. I think Two Beasts is reading in between the lines with what I'm saying. He's saying, like I
Okay,
said,
I gotta go check something real quick. You answer his comment real quick.
okay. Two Beasts, you said you said, like I said, Natalia can go 10-0 and still not be the next title challenger. It's bro. It's about, is she an exciting title challenger? I'm not saying she shouldn't fight for the belt, but is she an exciting title challenger though? Like who's excited to see Natalia Silva fight Valentina? Like nobody. I don't feel like a lot of people after seeing this fight, a lot of people are not jumping up and down for Natalia Silva, Two Beasts. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she shouldn't fight for the belt. Yeah, she won 7 in a row. Give her her belt. Give her her title shot. But she's not exciting. Like her fights are like her fights are not exciting. Macy at this point will win. Beat Grasso. Get that revenge against Grasso. And then we'll talk about Macy. But Macy's exciting. Macy's fights are exciting, at least. Aaron Blanchfield's fights are exciting. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see the exciting titles. I want to see the exciting girls fight for the belt. The girls who, first of all, the girls who are good and exciting. That's what I want to see fight for the belt. Natalia Silva is just not exciting, man. Like, and there's no danger factor for her against Valentina. Like, there's not much of a, what's up, Rainey? There's not much of a danger factor there against Valentina. Like, Aaron Blanchfield possesses much more of a threat to Valentina, as far as the danger factor than Natalia Silva does. I want to see the more dangerous girl fight for the belt. Yeah, you still got to win. Yes. Oh, let me see. Wait a minute. I thought that was your comment too. I mean, Valentina's fights aren't exciting half the time. So, I mean, yeah, that's true. Valentina is Valentina, though. Natalia can't afford to have a non-exciting fight. Natalia, everything that.
BJ, you breaking up a little bit.
Oh, I am? For real?
Okay, now you're good. I don't know what it was at that moment, but yeah, it was crackling a little bit there. Yeah.
Natalia on her getting your run to the belt, it has to be exciting. Valentina then put in her work. She's a defending champion. She got to defend her belt, So that's all I'm saying.
What do you think? Like, but that's the thing. Like, I think Natalia, I think we are kind of being a little too hard on her because it's like, let's say if Macy gets up there, like, we can't really say, oh, Macy did this great job either because, Macy, she's got more controversial decisions than Natalia does,
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, that's true.
And they both on these long win streaks. So I think it just comes to a point too where, once that person has got to that point, and I think, yeah, like you said, you agree, she's pretty much earned it right now, but it just kind of take away the excitement is kind of taken away by the performance here,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I mean, I can agree with that because when I was calling the fight, I was a little disappointed in some of the things that was happening in the fight, and I'm gonna call it like I see it, like I might be going for the fighter, that might be my pick, but if it ain't looking like it's going right, I'm gonna be like, hey, what you doing? Like,
I was listening to you when you was live watching it, and I just but the disappointment in your voice was palpable.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and just say, oh, she look impressed or make excuses. Like when when Manon, she, didn't go in there and finish Rose. People, they were saying that about her, but they can't, defend the title. You gotta call it the same. I wanted her to finish Rose too. I wanted both of them to. I think and I will say this, Aaron. And they're two different fighters. They're just two different fighters, but styles make fights. But Aaron, when she did fight Rose, it went the way I felt it was gonna go, and she utilized what she had, I think. and she wasn't, I won't say being too cautious. She took over. She
Yeah,
took over in that fight. Like, she gave Rose some room here just to kind of get a read. But finally, when she knew that, okay, my shots are a little bit more effective, she's kind of withering under my pressure. Let me turn it up. And that's
right.
why I just wanted to see Natalia do in that first round, because what she was doing in the third was very effective. Like, had she done that in the first, and just owned it, she could have, probably made a bigger statement. That's all I'm saying.
To be says, but look, by all means, she barely beat Rose. But to be honest, this might be the worst she's going to look for a while. Val barely beat Tyler. Great fighters are allowed to have off nights. I completely agree with you. But Natalia Silva is not the exception, though. Like, she's not the exception. Because everybody thinks she's so good, and when she looks bad, we have to call it. We can't. We have to go. We have if we feel she looked bad, we have to call that, man. Like, she's no exception to the rule. Now, some fighters get grilled. Like, some fighters get grilled for good performances. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've heard y'all grill fighters for good performances. So when somebody that has so much hype and has y'all have so much faith in, when they don't look so good, we can't not call that out. You know what I'm saying? We have to tell you how it was. She didn't look great against Rose, and judging by that, since when we're trash talking the fighter, we talk about that fighter's last performance, and when we're praising a fighter, we talk about that fighter's last performance. And judging by this last performance, she does not look ready for Valentina. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, you got to come in there with more than that if you're gonna beat Valentina Shevchenko. Well, that's all I'm saying.
Honestly, I think too, like, on everybody's runner up, I think that this was, and again, it was a short notice fight, but to me, like, if I compared it to like Aaron 6-0, 6, she did, run through a lot of fighters, and I think, well, I'd say the one who got the challenge for the belt was Fiorot. I think her run looked much more impressive and better.
Who Manones?
Yeah, all the way up
Yeah.
there. Like, I think she fought more styles too, and people were still like criticizing her, even when she beat Jennifer Maia or Chikagan, like, but there was a lot of different styles that she fought in there, and I think she had to adjust a little bit more. But I think, yeah, Natalia, she's gonna have to really be on her game against Valentina. The one thing that might be a little different is, Valentina's a definitely great striker. She's shown that many times, but the one thing that Natalia may be able to utilize a little differently in this fight may be her footwork here, because Valentina don't necessarily move the same way Manon does. I mean, the same way Rose does, They move differently. So maybe that's something that might offset the fight and make it a little bit more exciting on Natalia's side, where she can take more chances,
Yeah. I have taken that into consideration because Grasso and Valentina stood in front of each other a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
we know
wasn't
that.
super mobile. She wasn't super mobile against Alexa Grasso. So, yeah.
Yeah. Grasso had them big old hands too. Grasso got big hands too, man. Like,
She does. Big feet too.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yeah, like that type of style, Natalia, she may have some success there, but we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gotta give a shout out to my girl. She fighting this weekend, man, or Friday. Mac Judo.
Mac Judo.
Yeah,
I gotta
so
watch that. I
if
gotta
she
watch
come through,
that for
make a
sure.
statement Friday, I'll try to get her on, maybe after. I had thought about reaching out first, but I said, you know what, maybe I'll try to reach out after,
It'll be better. It'll be better if you reach out after she done got that dub. It's always
Yeah.
good to talk about a dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to kind of go
Yes.
into for sure.
Yes.
So that fight is Friday. That fight is gonna be Friday. So I'm gonna try to tune into that on
Yeah.
that card usually
Heck yeah,
start
that's
about
the
9.
LFA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I was looking at this, man. We fight. You got some WMMA fights. You got Denise Kill.
So Denise kills. Wait
Yeah,
a second. Come on, I
yeah,
see what you're doing here. So Denise Killhouse fighting somebody else. Dakota injured, right?
yeah, yeah. But
That's
that's
right.
good.
That's right.
That's good because that wasn't a good look, man. Let's be honest. You come back 2 years and you will fight Dakota, man. I would
But
have
I do
smelt
have
that
to say
shit.
though, I feel like Denise Killhouse striking wise would have done a better job than Sumiko Inaba.
Yeah,
Sumiko
yeah,
got in there and she fell flat. Like that was the flattest I've ever seen Sumiko Inaba.
yeah.
Like I can't, and like you know what I'm saying. People are like, oh, well, she was fighting Dakota. Yes, she was fighting Dakota, but that's not how Sumiko Inaba fights. The way she was fighting in that fight, like that is not how Sumiko Inaba fights.
Nah,
Like I was just
she didn't look sharp at all. Then she started clinching too. I was like,
yeah,
"What you
like all of
doing?"
that clinching and stuff like that was just a weird. Sumiko Inaba doesn't clinch. She's an anti-clincher. Like if you clinch her, she's a good defensive clincher, and she'll spin you around. And what Sumiko does in the clinch is she throws a lot of knees, a lot of elbows. That is Sumiko Inaba in the clinch. Other than that, and Sumiko Inaba doesn't initiate clinches. She is receptive to clinches and she will engage you in the clinch. But other than that, Sumiko Inaba is a striker and she is a striker to her bone. So when I seen the way she was fighting Dakota, I could not believe that. But I do think that Denise Killhouse could would probably do better than Sumiko Inaba did in that fight as far as the striking. All that clinching and stuff, Denise Killhouse ain't gonna be trying to do all of that. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Like, you
she's
know,
a
she ain't
pure
gonna be
kickboxer.
wading her way into a clinch with Dakota, just giving Dakota the clinch. I don't care what nobody say. Sumiko was giving Dakota that clinch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She was giving
yeah,
it to her.
yeah.
So
Denise is just too.
yeah.
Denise is a better kickboxer. Like she throws better head kicks. She's more explosive. But I just didn't think being off for 2 years would really favor her. Not at this point. Like she could start off good, but then just kind of fade because of the long layoff, and then Dakota could
Yeah.
take over. So I would say give her a little time for that fight. But yeah, it would have been more competitive, I think, because Samiko lost every round. She lost every
Yes.
round,
Every single round.
and she
I
just
just
looked like
couldn't.
she looked totally different too. Like she got her face literally rearranged in that
I
round.
can't, and I just was like, why did and that makes me wonder about that article that came out talking about how fighters talking about being approached before fights, to throw the fight like that. That's what when you see performances that are so off like that, what I'm saying, it makes you wonder. Like you can't help but it's only natural for those thoughts to creep into your mind. Like, what in the world happened? Like, because that ain't the Sumiko Inaba that I did the film study on before that fight was the Sumiko Inaba I thought was going to enter that fight. And that is not the Sumiko Inaba that fought Dakota Ditcher that night. I don't know what the hell was going on with her, but that was a very weird fight. That was very weird. And I'm like, Sumiko looked like she in the best shape of her life, man. Like she looked like she was ready to throw some bombs in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at Sumiko the way she physically looked before that fight. I was like, man, Sumiko looked like she ready to go in there and put on a fight of her life. You know what I'm saying? She got it there and did that. That was a suspect fight.
Yeah, that was yeah. I don't know if it was suspect, but I think that they do certain matchups where they try to protect the fighter. Like, I've called that many times. Like, how they have Dakota fighting all the losers in the tournament, and then they have
Yeah.
like Tyler or Jenna Bishop fighting everybody that won. So, you know, there might be something to that. But this Keelholtz fight is early. It's like I think the PFL card starts at like 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, she fighting Lemos.
Basically, that's what I was going to. She's basically fighting lame. I was just about to say that. I was like, she's fighting lame. I got Keelholtz by knockout. No, Keelholtz, I think she'll be able to win this fight, but I'm just going to tune in to see what she look like because they got her ranked pretty high still. PFL
Yeah.
flyweight, she's top 5. you know. Let me
So
see what
do you
else.
know much about this opponent? Because I don't.
I don't. I really don't. I tried to find some stuff on her, but I don't really remember seeing her fighting like that. So, it's a good matchup for Kill Holtz off 2 years. Just get a little soft touch.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, if she go in here and win this fight, do you think that they'll be like, okay, you win this fight, and then you get Dakota after this when Dakota comes back from injury? Do you think it's that type of situation?
Mm, I hope it ain't still, man. I hope she fights. I would rather see her fight if she wins this fight. I'd rather see her fight like the loser of Dakota and Liz or something like that.
Dude, they keeping Dakota away from Liz, dude. I just, you know how PFL does, man. I just feel like they keeping Dakota away from Liz.
They drawing it out, man. They drawing it out. They really are. Like, I don't know what's the purpose
Like
of,
that fight should have happened a season ago. Like last season,
yeah,
that fight should have happened.
yeah, yeah.
And
Or
I'm
maybe
just
her
like,
and Tyler Santos, Denise and Tyler Santos. That'd be a good fight.
I mean, I guess that would be a good fight. Yeah, where is Tyler ranked at in these PFL rankings?
They still got her ranked. I think she's like number two. Nah, Liz is number two. I think Tyler's like number three.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I see they had Connor Watanabe in the rankings.
Hmm.
I said, okay, Connor. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just Tyler Santos. See, that make you think when you throw Tyler Santos in the mix. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. And that's somebody else, dude, who just looked crazy in there when they fought Dakota. Like, I ain't even gonna
Yeah.
talk about that. I ain't even gonna talk about that, dude. Like, that was also another crazy fight, but whatever. BJ's crazy. He don't know what to talk about. I mean,
Yeah.
damn.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go check some again. BJ got a couple
Oh yeah.
comments. If you want to answer, I'll be
Okay, let me
right back.
catch up these comments then. Let's see. Mike says hard to say. Valentina makes everybody look average. Dakota seems similar. You could be on to something there, Mike. You could be right, but I can't help but think that some of these fighters just look weird against Dakota. Like it's just crazy. How could Sumiko deal with Dakota's 70-inch reach? That is also a thing. She had to move in all the time to even have a chance. That is true, but she also had to move in when she fought. She had to move in and close the distance on Denise Killholtz too, and she was able to do it. I think she lost that fight though, but that was a very close competitive fight. Like, once again, if you haven't watched that fight, I did a film study on that. I mean, I did a round by round on that fight. Please go watch Sumiko Inaba versus Denise Killholtz and look how Sumiko fought Denise Killholtz and tell me why she didn't fight Dakota like that. You know what I'm saying? With that kind of, if that was what she was about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember her pre-fight interviews about before that fight. She was like, this fight, I'm going to show what I'm about. Dakota needs to fight Liz first. Okay. Dude, I think everybody agrees with that. Did you see the new PFL dude talk about Cyborg Ditchova? What did he say, Mike Lee? What did he say? I guess I missed that. But Denise is not a technical striker that Dakota is. Denise Killholtz is, home background in Muay Thai kickboxing. I would say Denise Killholtz is that kind of a technical striker. Denise Killholtz, her biggest downfall is she can't grapple. That's her biggest downfall. Is she can't grapple. That's the deal with Denise Killholtz. Her striking is good. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I hope they're still not entertaining this ditch of a Cyborg thing. That's crazy because Cyborg can never make 135, and she would better be careful. Oh, he is entertaining it. Oh my goodness. Lord, don't tell me that they faked this injury with Dakota Ditchova so she could they could cancel their Kill Host fight and make a fight with Cyborg. Like Ditcheva would get worked in there with Cyborg. Ooh. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy, but shit, if she can do it, if Cyborg can make 135, does she really want to cut Mike? But Mike asked this question though, Big Mike. Does she make 135 at this stage of her career? Like, can Chris make 135 at this stage of her career? I don't think so. This age, this stage of her career, I don't think so, Mike. I don't think so, my guy. That's the only, like I could see Dakota moving up to 135 for a title fight. I could see that, but not Cyborg making 135. But Cyborg is smaller than she was before. Like she's not quite as big as she used to be, which was really why I thought that her and Kat would be closer in size when her and Kat fought, but they were not. Cyborg was still carrying that size. Like Cyborg was still big in that fight. You know, it's only big girls like Leah McCourt and shit like that that's gonna match Cyborg's size. Julia Budd matched her size though. Julia Budd matched her size. Who else? Sarah Collins matched her size. Larissa Pacheco matched her size. Leslie Smith was small. Arlene Blinko matched her size. Yeah, Arlene Blinko. I forgot about Arlene Blinko. Arlene Blinko matched her size. Sinead Kavanaugh matched her size. But Dakota Ditcheva, like, I don't know. I don't know about Dakota Ditcheva matching her size, like size-wise. Like, Dakota is tall and long, but, I mean, in all honesty, we're talking about a flyweight versus a featherweight. And that Dakota ain't never been hit like that. Cyborg can take Dakota's power, but Dakota might have that. Dakota might be able to turn that punch over like that. Like Dakota might be able to turn that punch over like that. What if Dakota could turn that punch over like that though? What if power what if her power is something that gets elevated when Ditcheva makes a healthy move to 135? Because she's got the frame, she's got the height, and she's got the frame to fight at 135. You know what I'm saying? Man. So what's up, Combo?
What's up? Sorry about that. I'm back in the building. What was it? You talking about Cyborg? And
we're talking about the PFL person entertaining the fight with Dakota Ditcheva and Chris Cyborg, and I was just talking about, you know, what if Dakota, because she has the height, she has the frame to move up to 135 in the right way, like she could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she's got the frame, she's got the height, the size, all of that. She could do it. But what if she could turn that punch over at 135? Like what if at 135 her power is something that carries up and is on another, that also goes to the next level with her at 135, and she could turn that punch over on somebody like Cyborg.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, like I like the fact though Dakota did mention, like she was honest though. She was like, you know, I'm not a big flyweight, which she's not. You know, like she's just tall and long. You know, and she's only in her 20s, so she's not really like this huge girl that I think right now could put on that weight. You know.
Yeah, I think she's kind of downplaying her size a little bit though, because on the flyweight spectrum, Dakota is definitely on the bigger side. You don't think so?
I think she's not big though. Like she's long and lean because, like she said, she don't have any trouble making 125 right now. If she means it to that aspect, like, you know, she's making weight comfortably, but she does get, you know, like big. Maybe she just means like her walking around weight is maybe a little thicker, but she's not used to fighting at that weight. You know what I mean? Like she can't carry it yet. You know, she's not built for 135 as a fighter. Like she could put the weight on maybe, but I don't think she looked like
I think she could, like, she could move to, like, her and Manon could both go to bantamweight.
Manon could. I believe Manon,
Yeah,
because she's a lot more. She's wider, and I think she has more muscle than Dakota. And she's a little older too, so I think she would be a natural. But I think right now Dakota would need like a few fights to grow
but
into the weight.
Chookagian used to fight at 35.
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, she used to fight at 35. I mean,
I think Chook was undefeated at 35.
yeah, I think she had like one loss, but for the most part, yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she beat Irene Aldana. She did. She sure did, yeah. She outboxed Irene Aldana.
I gotta go back and watch that fight. I gotta go back and watch it. Capo says she outboxed Irene Aldana. Did she for real?
She did, man. She did. She did.
I might have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, you guys.
I'm not gonna be mad if Chookagian just comes back for one more fight. Like, I know she didn't had her baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chook didn't have her baby. She's a mom. That's what she's always wanted. She might come back with a timeline in place, you know what I'm saying? But if she just comes back for one more, I'm okay with that. But I would love to see Chook school somebody on the feet on her way out.
Yeah, at least
like,
one more time.
I just want to see her choke somebody one more time, and then that be it.
Yeah, she does it one more time, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, so we got fight week now, man, and we got 3 fights. All 3 fights are on the prelim, so let's run through some of these coming up here. BJ. We got Zombie Girl coming back. They putting her up against a young buck. They want to test this young buck's chin. That girl, what's it, Claudia
Sygula.
Yeah, she beat that Russian Ronda girl, you know, so they want to put her in there again. I mean, because right now I'm not sure if she's like top 15 material, but she needs these type of tests, you know. Let's see how she handles the animal in Priscilla Cachoeira. Because to me, this fight could go either way. Like, Cachoeira could catch her, you know, Cachoeira might catch you, or Claudia might somehow get her down and submit her, you know. So that's how I see the fight.
That's crazy that Cachoeira is a 35er now, and Robertson a 15er now, and Robertson mangled her.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah, if Claudia Sygula should know. I said, how you say her last name? Sygula?
Let me see.
Sygula or something like that?
Sygula, yeah. SYG. Let's see how they spell it. Yeah, SYGULA. Sygula, yeah.
Yeah, Sygula. You know, she should know how to beat. She should know how to beat Cachoeira. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she should have a game plan in place to beat Cachoeira. But she better not get in here and try to be reckless or underestimate Cachoeira, because that's where you mess up at. You know what I'm saying? That's where you mess up at, is when you don't, you know, when you play around with Cachoeira. Don't be trying to strike with Cachoeira. You need to take her down. You need to clutch her up, take her out. You know what I'm saying? Because Claudia Sygula she's a big girl. She ain't no small girl. You know what I'm saying? So
bantamweight,
yeah, she's definitely a bantamweight. So she need to use her size against Priscilla. But Priscilla gonna come out firing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is a good lower level fight. You know, this is really kind of to let her, like you said, you know, let us see what Claudia Sygula is. You know, like where she's at. So
yeah, because we're gonna be asking, you know, like, is this the type of girl that's gonna fold, you know, or is she gonna go in there and, you know, make a statement? Because she did beat that Russian Ronda, you know, who's kind of one-dimensional. She did out-grapple her, so I'm thinking she's gonna try to do the same thing here, because she sure ain't got the firepower to go in there and try to stand. Like, you know, Jocelyn Edwards, I mean, she took her to school. You know, she ate some leather, but Jocelyn Edwards, she started putting them shots on Cachoeira, and I don't think this girl Claudia got hands like that.
No, she ain't got no hands like that, bro. She about to get slept. But she about to get slept.
Is that how you think it's gonna go? Is that your pick for this
Yeah,
week?
she that's my pick. I'm going in on that one. That's a lower level fight too. I can pick them early. She getting slept.
She did get finished by Melissa Mullins too.
She getting slept.
Oh man, she got. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna go with Claudia by submission, man. I'm gonna give her some. I got some hope in her, man. I'm gonna go with Claudia by submission.
Okay. Okay. I
I
ain't
might have.
mad at it.
I might have to call it just to find out to give you my reaction. All
Oh
right, what else
boy.
we got? Oh, this fight ain't. Oh yeah, this is a strawweight fight. We got Bruno Brazil and Ketlin Souza. Ketlin Souza, she kind of lost some fire to me, man. I don't know, like maybe it's because she lost to Angela Hill. Yeah, because she knocked out.
Combo, if you want me to be honest, if you want me to be 100% honest, they ain't neither one of them really giving no. They ain't neither one of them really making me feel excited to watch them fight right now.
No, like they gotta go in there and actually make the fight exciting. You know what I mean? Like on paper,
Yeah.
we ain't really like excited, but hopefully when they get in there, it turns, proves me wrong. Like some of them past fights we had last year.
Yeah, man. And then like they did some weird stuff with that Ming versus Bruno Brazil fight, like put it on that other card, and you know what I'm saying? Like that was weird because I missed it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? Well, I was like, what happened to the Bruno Brazil and Ming fight?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, he got moved to the road to the contender. I was like, what? What you mean it got moved to the road to contenders fight? Like the road to the what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's the road to the UFC, but whatever. Yeah, like
So, and
I
then
don't know about Ketlin Souza. I don't know, man. I don't
she had
know.
that one moment like when she knocked down Yasmin Haurigi, then she submitted her. So I was like, okay, maybe this girl got something. But then she went in there and get schooled like all the other girls, like Angela Hill.
Right.
She went in there and failed that test, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna pick in this one. I'm just watching. I really like you said.
That's
like, I need to see something. They got to show me something.
Yeah, that's what I said, dude. Like, you got to show me something. Like, make a statement. Bruno Brazil. Everybody was hyped about Bruno Brazil. She ain't done nothing.
you said
she ain't done nothing. She beat up Ming, and that's it.
She trying, man.
Is that her only win?
No, she beat your girl, Shonda Bannon.
That's right. Right. Shit, but my girl.
This fight right here is probably the more interesting one. It's another flyweight fight. We got Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Eduardo Moura, striker versus grappler.
Wayne Cong that want that King Casey O'Neill smoke. Casey O'Neill said she wanted to fight Wayne Cong. Let's go. Casey.
What did Wayne Cong say though? Like, did she send like a
Wayne Cong was the name that was given to Casey O'Neill before it was Gabriela Fernandez, and when somehow the Wayne Cong fight wasn't going down, and they put Gabriela Fernandez, the girl who beat Wayne Cong, in front of Casey O'Neill, and Casey O'Neill took it. I mean, they both signed it.
Okay, so it was offered to Wayne Cong versus Casey O'Neill. That was the fight offered first before Gabby.
Right, but something happened. I don't think anybody pulled out, but I think this was the fight they wanted to make. I think this was the fight they wanted to make, though. I do. I really do, because this is a good fight. Like, I like this fight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good fight. And Gabriela Fernandez is gaining some traction too. In Casey O'Neill coming back off a layoff, that's also a good matchup. Like, I'm also excited for that matchup as well. You know what I'm saying? Because Gabriela Fernandez has been sneaky, low key, putting together some wins, racking up some wins. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and she got that big knockout over Wayne Cong. So there's there's not as much traction as there should be behind her, but there's a little bit of like, we kind of got our eye on Fernandez and what she's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But Wayne Cone was put in front of her first. That was the first fight. But I think the UFC is the reason why that fight didn't happen.
I like this one though, because this is what
I
I've
do
been
too.
saying. This is what I've been saying for Wayne Cohn. Like, I want to see her fight like a big, strong grappler. You know, like when Montana was still there, I wanted to see her fight somebody like Montana, or
Yeah.
just somebody big that was going to push her grappling skills. But this is probably the next best one because Eduardo Moura started off at 115 and she was missing weight. That girl ain't no straw weight. Eduardo Moura
Right.
she is not a
She's not
straw
a
weight.
strawweight
I mean,
at
she's
all.
bigger than Tatiana Suarez,
Right.
So she had no business
Yeah.
at 115. So she came in. Who did she beat? She beat Veronica Hardy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she beat Veronica Hardy and she got ranked off of that.
Decisively.
Yeah, yeah,
Beat Veronica Hardy.
yeah, yeah. I really
Yeah.
wanted Veronica Hardy to win that fight just because I wanted to see her get up there. But I mean, hey, Mara, she earned this rightfully. But this is gonna be a test for Wayne Kong, man. Again, she gonna have somebody in front of her that pushes her to the ground, but Mara ain't really got defense like that, man. She ain't
Yeah.
got defense like that when it comes to them hands, man. Because I think it was Denise Gomes was cracking her, man.
Yeah, bro. She gonna get ate up, bro. And Wayne Cone might eat her up. Feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Be honest. Like Wayne, I can see Wayne Cone eating her up if she
Yeah.
don't. If she, yeah, because I mean, she big and all. Like she big and she hit hard. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think she's not quite as like. She's not like her skill set is not quite as solid as some of these girls at 125 that she gonna be fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you striking with Wayne Cone, that's like her bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You stand there striking with Wayne Cone, that's her bread and butter. Combo, I'm getting a call. Go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of piggybacking off what you were saying though. Yeah, I think Wayne Kong, like when it comes down to striking, she's gonna feel her most comfortable there. Last year when she was fighting Lipsky, she was just kind of systematically breaking down Lipsky. And that's the one thing I've been wanting to see from Wayne Kong. Like, of course, I want to see her ground game tested, but I like the fact that Wayne Kong was kind of slowing her pace down, picking her shots. Like if the knockout comes, it comes. Yeah, robot, like you said, the knockout might be there. Like Kong might be live for a KO in this one. When you do the math on this one, you got somebody with a hard right hand and somebody that doesn't have the best striking fundamentals, and they drop their left hand a lot. Wayne Kong could land that perfect right hand. So it could be a highlight here. But like I said, it's going to be on Moura to go in there and kind of be in Wayne Kong's chest, push her and make this a 3-round grappling fight or till however long she needs to get a ground and pound finish or a submission, So, yeah, Michael said Moura would be crazy to stand and strike with Wayne. Right. She got a level change right off top. Like she's got to strike to get in, but don't be sloppy with it. Because that was one thing, like I was watching her striking like in her first few fights, especially that fight with her and Denise Gomes. Like Denise Gomes maybe had a little bit more power, which is surprising. Like, or maybe if she would committed to some shots, she probably could have laid out more. But I think Mora's grappling played a factor. But in this one, you're dealing with somebody just as big and somebody just as long and somebody with a lot of power and accuracy. Wayne Kong. I think you called that fight, BJ. Like, I think he was on calling the Denise Gomes and Moura fight because I was kind of cracking up, man. It was like a couple years ago, but I kind of remember you were calling it because I was out of town and I was just playing it, and I wasn't really like impressed with her hands at all,
Right.
So if that's still her downfall here, yeah, she could be live for this KO. Real quick, Robot said, did you hear about UFC cutting Patchy Mix? Oh yeah, I heard about that. No,
Yeah.
actually, I saw it. I didn't hear about the cut. I saw the advertisement for his fight with Ryzen. How's that
That's
sound?
what I saw too. I saw that first.
I saw that first, man. I was like, Ryzen. I was like, wait a minute. Now, Patchy Mix fight for Ryzen? Like, well,
Patchy gone. They
Gone
don't
just
play
like
that,
that.
dude. Like, but all that hype around Patchy, and dude, Patchy didn't show up at all.
But
Like,
you
he
know,
didn't show up at all.
he didn't show up at all, man. He didn't show up or show out, man. And
And he used
that's
to,
how
and
bad
he
it
used
is.
to whoop him. He used to whoop him at Bellator.
Yeah. And that's how bad it was. Like, you go from whooping to just getting schooled by somebody they threw in front of you to say, all right, what you got?
Right.
He looked bad that first fight, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, that first fight was, the second fight was a little bit better, but the first fight, dude, he was just a stationary target. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is he doing?
Yeah. Oh
You
man.
know,
Like
like that was wild.
I'm just kind of not
Tatiana better snap her fingers in front of him or something and wake his ass up.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that?
I don't know. That first fight, I was just like, what is he doing, man? Like, I think it was you that said that, right? We were putting the pieces together, saying like how a dominant fighter from Bellator comes to the UFC, but
Yeah.
they always lose, right?
Yep. Not always.
Well, they come in looking pretty, they get tested. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, the ones as of recently they have. The
Yeah.
last one to come in and get a big win was Michael Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
When he came in and knocked out Dan Hooker, that was huge. You know what I'm saying? But ever since then, Pitbull got schooled by Yair. They was wrong for putting him in there with Yair first, anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that was messed up, anyways. But he was a champion. So Pitbull, and then Aaron Pico. I think the only one that won was Paige's husband.
Wait a minute.
Austin Vanderford, he won, didn't he?
Austin, I'm trying to think. He did win was it his second fight?
Let me look it up.
Okay, yeah, he
Austin.
won. He did. It was a catchweight fight. He came in back in February last year. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he came in. Yeah, because as soon as Bellator shut down, they signed him, and he came in on a short notice, I think. And
so he lost his last fight by submission.
Yeah, but his first one, he came in.
His first fight, he knocked the dude out. Yeah, he knocked him out in the second round. Yeah. So I mean, he came in big. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right though. Some of these Bellator people, but damn, I hate that none of the females from Bellator came over. You know what I'm saying? Like none of them. The UFC don't be signed. Like that's crazy that they don't sign women from Bellator like that.
Nah, like I know some people disagree, but man, like I really wish like Jenna Bishop had got signed like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if she will now because she's already pushing like 39, but yeah. Right,
she should have came in. She would have been a good addition to that early crop. You know what I'm saying? She could have like either established herself or, been weeded out like the rest of them. But she would have leveled up though. Combo, I seen when you uploaded your video, Ariane Lipsky versus Sumiko Inaba. I do have to put that video out. I do have a video on that. Okay. But what was your first thoughts on that fight, on that matchup?
Sumiko and Lipsky?
Yeah.
Oh man, first thoughts is somebody getting laid out, man. Like, cause they're gonna be some bombs thrown in that fight. You already know.
Yeah. Yeah. We ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna give it away. We got videos coming for that. So yeah, I see you put yours out. I gotta put mine out. Yeah. But who you got in this fight though? I know. Is it too early for you to pick, or I mean, what you think?
I think I'm gonna go with Wang Cong in this one. I think I'm gonna go with Wang. I think she's a little bit more established at this weight, and her grappling is a little slept on too. Like I think she knows how to get out of certain positions and get back to the feet. So I think she's got enough to stay on the feet long enough to either stop this girl or get a decision. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for the first time. I'm gonna have to go with Wang Cong. I'm gonna have to go with Wang Cong too. I got Wang Cong to beat at Moura for sure. Okay.
This ain't no Gabby Fernandez situation, huh?
No, this ain't no Gabby, but she could though.
But Gabby had hands though.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Gabby got hands. That's true.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we both got Wang in this one, but let me go ahead and jump over here. Last thing we wanted to kind of run through. BJ, I texted you
Mm,
earlier, man. Like MMA Junkie, they dropped their quick little interviews, and they asked some of the basic questions, but um, this time around, I think the fighters kind of made it interesting. Of course, I think the Gold
yes.
Answers definitely made it interesting, and then Heather
Yep.
Norman kind of stand where she stands. It was good. Loopy, you know, I think Loopy sounds like she's kind of regenerated and ready to go now that she's fighting the top contender in Suarez. So
Yeah.
um, I'll start with you, BJ. What'd you think of that interview? You text me, you said you're watching Loopy. Like, what'd you kind of take away from what she's been speaking on?
Dude, I can't help but say I like the way Loopy sound right now. Like Loopy sound good. I like the way she talking. Loopy sounds super confident that she's getting ready to go ahead and beat Tatiana Suarez. Like I love the confidence. I love how she says she's ready to do it, and that her goal. Loopy made it very clear what her goals were. Her goals is to win the belt. She wants to be the champion. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to fight. She says she'll fight Wade. She's excited to fight Wade Lee, rematch it with McKenzie. She talked about a lot. So if you guys didn't see that, definitely go and see that. But Loopy, it was a very composed, very well spoken. Her English has gotten so much better. She understood all the questions. Definitely go watch that Lupe Godinez interview. But she made it clear, dude, like, and she sounds ready. She sounds ready.
Yeah, that was my takeaway. I just think she seemed like she was a little bit more on her mistakes in the past, and like she brought up those fights that she's lost. Like I believe she said she made like the transition to from gyms when she went on back to back losses, I think.
Yeah.
And just hearing her how she's been taking it seriously, that's letting me know that okay, like I think whenever she fights Suarez, she's gonna have her grounds covered because that was always my thing with Loopy. Like I never questioned her dog, but I always kind of question like her choices and IQ in some fights. Like when
Yeah.
she's ahead, she might go in there and I don't know, kind of blow it. Like almost in that Andrade fight, she was owning that fight, but that third round was she almost went. She almost got stopped in that third round. But I think that from what I heard in the interview, she sounds like she's got a game plan for Suarez. And at this point of her career, too, I mean, with the way she's been fighting and the fighters she's been fighting and how busy she's been, I don't really see any reason why she should fall to Suarez. Do you?
No, no, I don't. She's fought some more dangerous fighters. And that leads me to that point that what she said, the interviewer asked her, he was like, well, you've had a tough, like all the opponents that you faced have been tough opponents. Like you haven't had an easy fight. And that made me really think about the people that Loopy done fought, man. And Loopy really ain't had no easy fight.
No.
Like maybe earlier when she first came in, like her first couple, but Loopy was put through the machine at strawweight. You know what I'm saying? And and Loopy said she grateful for that. Like she said she was like, I appreciate the fact that that was my path. Like, I like that was my path. You know what I'm saying? Because she's like, I learned so much from it. And every fight, I'm just trying to get better and better. Like that's what she was saying. She's like, I'm just trying to get better every single fight. And and it just made me really like my confidence in her grow because we've seen improvements in Loopy. Like we know that when Loopy says she's working hard, she means that she's working hard because we see it in her fights. Like she's on a streak now. She's fighting at the top of the division.
Yep.
But we're not seeing. We hear Tatiana say the same thing, but we don't see it. And I don't see any interviews with Suarez about this fight. I haven't seen any interviews with Suarez about this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Suarez what her game plan is going to be. I see a lot of boxing training videos from Suarez. I do see that, and she's got good hands, but it's just something about when it actually is in a fight, like when the fight is actually happening, it's like she just doesn't have the confidence to fight with her hands, and unfortunately, somebody who can wrestle like Loopy, who's strong like Loopy, who's got the experience. Like I said, dude, Loopy's been in some tough fights. You know what I'm saying? Like she's been in some tough fights. You know what I'm saying? And Loopy's learned a lot. So somebody that can stuff a takedown and work, man, and got the speed and got the hands and the footwork. Like there's no reason she shouldn't beat Suarez.
14 fights in the UFC in her 5-fight career. I was just counting 14 fights, and she's 9-5. So that's not bad. That's not bad, considering who she lost to. I mean, I always
Right.
thought they kind of robbed her in her debut. Like she lost to Jessica Panay. It was a split decision, but she took a Luana Carolina on short notice, and that was a fight she almost won. Of course, she lost to Angela Hill. Who doesn't at that early in their career? And then she lost to Verna and Dern back to back, which those are fights. Some people thought she beat Dern. Some people thought
Yeah.
she won that fight against Dern. So she hasn't really shown like somebody that has quit in her or somebody that I question as far as like where she's at right now. It really just comes down to her making the right choices in a fight. Now she beat Palostri, another dog, and then she beat Andrade, another dog. So
Right.
Ducote, Calvillo, Ricci, she's been around on the lower level, but yeah, I know she's ready for this Suarez fight. So this is her big break, I think, man. So that's why I really took away from that interview. Sound like she's on it, man. It's like she's ready this time around.
Well, I'm excited to see how the matchup goes. I'm excited
Yeah,
to see how that goes. Like what strategy? I know how Loopy's gonna come out. Like I just Loopy's super consistent, but I'm curious to see how Suarez is gonna come out. Like what is Suarez gonna do?
yeah. User account,
Yeah.
he made a point here. He's picking Loopy, but he said he think Loopy might be too small for Suarez. I think she would be too small for Suarez if she wasn't familiar with wrestling. You know what I mean? Like I think Loopy is strong herself, and Loopy to me, she might be shorter, but she's kind of stocky. And she's physically strong too. So I think with her being able to wrestle and box, she can counter Suarez's wrestling and her footwork, in my opinion. Like I think Suarez is a little bit stiffer in the movement. So I think that Loopy will be faster with transitions. I thought Loopy did well on the ground in some of those moments to survive some of those. Against Verna.
Yeah. I was about to say that Verna fight. Yeah, Verna gave a hell in that. Verna was giving a hell in there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, I just feel like Loopy's in a good space right now. I feel like she's prepared. These fighter interviews. That's why fighter interviews are so important, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell when somebody's being honest, and you can tell when they're not being honest. That's why interviews is so important as like the interviewer to make the fighter feel comfortable, because then you see their true self. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell when somebody's being honest, and Loopy's being like the way she was speaking, man. Like I like that. I like to see a fighter that confident in their skill set and what they're doing.
Hmm.
She's got a goal in mind, and I hope Tatiana still has that fire. You know what I'm saying? I hope that fire has been lit. And I really want to see her come out here and look. I want to see Suarez. I want to reignite that Suarez train, and Suarez against the world. I want to get back to that, but she ain't there right now. I don't know if she's there. She got to show us something,
Yeah, you got to.
so
She got to,
if
man,
we
because
see if we see a classic Tatiana Suarez performance, if she take Loopy down and beat Loopy into oblivion with ground up, like if she does that, I might have to raise an eyebrow back at Tatiana Suarez now. Like if we get a classic Suarez beat down, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a wrestling clinic, and she just beats her like she beat Carla. As far as a poor Carla, man, like beat her up like she beat Grasso. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
yeah, I think honestly, those days are gone, man, because the girls are
you
so
think
much
so?
more evolved. Yeah, the girls evolved, and to me, Loopy, even though she hadn't touched the belt like Carla twice, I just think Loopy is a little bit more updated and evolved than some of those girls. Um, Even like with Grasso, the way she was fighting back then, it was different than how she fights now. So I don't think that Suarez is just gonna run through Loopy like that. I just don't see that at this point because she
Yeah.
couldn't do it to Lamos, like I don't think she'll do that to Dern or anybody else. Like I just think those days are kind of gone. Like at this point, it's gonna be a fight that Suarez is gonna have to earn. You know what I mean? Like she's really gonna be in there. You're gonna see her having to earn these fights now, no matter who the level is from 1 through 10, man. I think the only girl she might be able to maul like that would be like a Ricci because she is so small, but I don't see that with Loopy.
Well, we're gonna see.
Yeah,
We're gonna see.
we're gonna see.
We're
Did you
gonna
get a chance to
see.
watch did you get a chance to watch the normal one, man?
I did.
What was your take on Normas?
Um, I like Norma's. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I wish I could, I wish I understood her language so I could understand what she's saying while she's saying it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To catch her nuances, there's gonna be that language barrier there, which it is what it is. But Norma seems kind of pissed off, and I get it. I completely understand why she's pissed off, but Norma seems kind of pissed off. And Norma wants a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Norma wants to fight, and she was ready to step in. And then it is what it is. She don't want to fight Alan Perez. She keeps saying that I don't want to fight Alan Perez. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the duck smoke or whatever, but he kept asking her about Alan Perez. But
Yeah, he did, man. He kept on asking about it,
he
but it's
kept on
like,
asking him. He kept
yeah,
on bringing up Alan Perez. He was trying to reignite that bullshit. But she seems ready. She seems ready too. She said she'll take another fight too. She said she want to stay busy. Um, and somebody asked her about the winner of he asked her about the winner of Alan Perez and Macy Chasson. But
yeah,
she was saying, she was like, I don't feel like I need to fight Macy Chasson because Macy like win loss. Like there's nothing like they still try to hype Macy Chasson. Like Macy ain't doing nothing.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Norma's talking junk for him.
The name Yana Santos didn't come up. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
they ain't paying Yana no attention.
I would have brought
Um,
her up.
of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
And I kind of agree with her with the Macy thing too. Like with where she stands now on her streak, she's shooting for something higher, like, and I understand, like, she did say like the one fight that she wants, they named Pena and Rocky, both of them being injured, though. She did say that
Yeah.
that would have been the fight she wanted, was the Rocky fight, because she's been calling for that fight for a minute,
Yep.
but then Rocky gets a
Yep.
neck injury. I didn't even know Pena was injured, man. Like, what happened?
Yeah. I don't know. I know she
So
was injured. I know she was injured. I knew she was injured after the Kayla fight. Yeah.
yeah.
I knew she was injured. Yeah, she's been injured.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do agree with Norma, like she was saying too. Like it's time for these new girls to come up. That's why she's trying to get some of them out of the way, man. Like I agree, like she wants to be one of them girls at the top now, and um, I do see these girls like her and Yana and even Island Perez as like some newcomers in this division now. So yeah, like I just wish these girls would get. I don't know, like there comes a point when they might have to just move them down because Rocky can't hold on to that spot. You know what I mean? You injured. We got to have somebody new at the top. Like
Yeah.
these girls having too many injuries right now.
It's the older crop. They're the ones with the injuries.
Yeah,
I mean, Rocky, Juliana, like they don't want Amanda. Well, not Amanda Nunes, but they the ones with the injuries. But
yeah.
I do like that Norma said. She's like, I wake up every day. This is what I do every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I was preparing myself for whatever came my way. She's like, and I would have been ready. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I like it, man. The Rocky. She has been calling Rocky out for a while. I don't think I've heard
Mm.
Rocky respond to Norma Dumont.
No,
But you know,
I
Rocky
haven't.
don't really respond to anybody though.
No, she don't. She'll fight.
The only
Rocky will fight.
the only person that she responded to was Juliana Pena.
Yeah, because they had that beef. They had that long beef.
That long, exactly.
All right, so this last interview, man. All right, man. Oh boy, this was a good one. Like you said,
This
in
was a
one
good
too.
one.
I do wish that we could actually hear in English sometimes. But
Yeah,
I think he did a good job of translating. But shout out to what is her name? She does a good interview. Her
she
interview was the best.
does. Yes.
Hold on. I got her name right here. I gotta give her props because her questions, she was drilling them down. Like she was like, "No, who you want to fight in top 10, top?" She was asking questions like,
Yep.
"You want a rematch?" She wasn't like, I'm gonna ask you all these questions." I ain't gonna BS you. We gonna get down to it. What is her name? Hold on here. Hold up. Just want to, cause I posted it. While I'm doing that, go ahead and give me your take on it, BJ. What'd you take away from Manon, since her victory over Jasmine?
Manon she's so dry. You know what I'm saying? Like she's so dry and just so she just be sitting there speaking her little French, and then she say what she say, and then that be it. Like no facial expression, no smile, no nothing. Like Manon is just Manon, and Manon was saying, Natalia can't be number one because I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? She said we'd be number one together. That's what she said. She said we'll both be number one and whatnot. She said because I'm number one. And she was like, she down to fight Natalia Silva. She was like, if I have to wait, she said, yeah, Valentina injured. Manon pretty much said like this, yeah, yada, 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 Valentina injured. Yeah, whatever. If Natalia Silva want to fight, I'm down to do that too. Like, she pretty much put it like that.
And
she was
what
like,
I
I'm
like
down.
About her, like,
yes, I like that. I like that she said that shit directly straight down the pipe. Yeah, Valentina injured, yada yada. I would like to fight her, but I thought Rose won the fight, and I'm down to fight Natalia Silva if I have to. Like that was straight gangster. Somebody put in the comments, Manon is the gangster of the division, and I have to agree with that. She kind of is,
I mean, she is right now because
she is right now. Yes.
Yeah, she's the under Valentina, she's to me the most dangerous. And people always like disagree with me or say, "Oh, you just because you're a fan." I mean, like I'm a fan of her style because of she's that dangerous. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of her because she is getting better like that. But it's just like puts it over the top now. Like she calling names, And I was kind of going back and forth with the dude on IG. I wasn't really going back and forth, but he was just disagreeing with what I was saying because when she first made the call out, somebody posted, I was like, hey, I give her props for calling out Natalia. And he was like, oh, she ain't calling her out to want to fight. She's just being an opportunistic person. I'm like, what does that mean? I mean, like,
what is it? Right.
Opportunity. Like, she's calling for this person. Like, number one, I mean, Natalia's done enough to earn the shot, and she probably won't have to take the fight. But you got to give Manon a lot of respect because she wants that fight regardless. Like, they're not probably, like I said, they're not going to make the fight, but that lets you know that Manon is trying not to, just sit around and say, oh, I want the easy fight. She still wants to fight the hardest fight, because if she did get the fight, boom, that means she'd be back in line for a title shot. So even if it was opportunistic, I mean, like, why wouldn't you take advantage of the opportunity and you at the top, It's kind of a dumb thing to say. That was just something that I, heard on IG, do replying to me, and I'm like, you don't make no sense because when you're number one or number two, or you feel like you are number one, it's like you're going to get at that person that didn't take your spot convincingly, right? And you're going to say, hey, I should be number one, and if I have to prove it, I'll call you out and fight you. So I got that from Manon, to just the energy.
That's what I got too, dog. That's what I got too. That's the same thing I got. Respect points for Manon goes up after that interview because I like that energy she was bringing. She was just like, hey, listen, man, it is what it is. You call it what you want to call it, but I'll fight whoever,
up even more. Hey, the points go up even more because she did say, anybody in the top 10, I'll fight them. She was like,
she did.
That fight don't happen.
And the interviewer asked her again. Yeah, the interviewer asked her again. She said, "You mean like all the way down the rankings to 15?" And Manon was like, "Yeah, anybody."
Anybody. And
She was
then
like,
she
"If
was
I have to
like,
fight," she was like, "If I have to fight down," she said, "If I have to fight down to keep busy," she was like, "Yeah, I'll
yeah.
fight anybody in the top 15."
And then she drilled it down again. She was like, "Oh, do you mean rematches too?" And she's, hey, it's translated. She said, "I'll fight
Yes.
Aaron again." She said, "I'll fight
Yep.
Aaron again." So again, points to her because she just want to go in there and fight right now. So she said she'll fight Aaron, and she said she will fight the winner of Macy Grasso because
Macy and
she threw
Grasso.
that.
Yep.
She kind of threw it out there. The interview was like, "What do you think about this fight? Who do you think is going to win?" And I believe she said she thinks Grasso will probably win. Manon said Grasso will probably win the fight. So that's another potential fight that could happen. But Manon says she wants to come back in April. She wants to come back.
So if Macy Barber goes out there and beats Alexa Grasso, do you think she calls out Manon?
She won't, but Manon will call her out. I'm gonna be straight up. Manon will call her out, but she won't call her out. I truly believe that. I truly, truly believe that.
Hey, I get it. I don't think she would call Manon out. She'll try to say, she'll start hollering about a title.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's gonna call, or she might even call like because Macy hadn't even voiced an opinion. Like, oh, would you entertain a Natalia Silva fight? She never called Natalia Silva out, has she?
Nope.
Man, and that's why I hate this rank. I hate this. The fight's going to be decent, that Grasso Barber fight, but they kind of dropped the ball on this one, man. They kind of dropped the ball because they know they should have rescheduled Barber in Blanchfield no matter what. They should have just did it. I don't care what they say. So that not Barber, excuse me. They should have scheduled Grasso and Aaron. They should have did Grasso and Aaron so that way Barber had no choice but to fight Manon. They should have did some new matchmaking.
Yeah. But what can you say though? What can you say, homie? I mean, what can you say? I mean, do you think they would really make her fight Aaron again though?
If the matchmakers did it, yeah. Because now, like, all it leaves is really Manon and Aaron in a rematch now. Because everybody's taken or everybody has lost something recently, So
hashtag give Aaron the shot.
Who said that?
Hashtag
you said
give
that.
Aaron the title shot.
Give Aaron the title.
Hashtag give Aaron the shot. Like, let's just cut the shit, combo. Let's quit playing the games. Let's quit dancing around the topic. Let's give Aaron Blanchfield the title shot. And let's keep the division rolling so that the winners of these fights can get their opportunity to fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and give Aaron her opportunity. What are we saving Aaron for? Give her the title shot.
Why are we gonna give her the title shot when Natalia's already got
it?
Right. I mean, at this point, look, we got Aaron over here working on Muay Thai, and we got Manon back over here, in TriStar. She said she's gonna get back with TriStar when she get a fight signed and work on her boxing. We're gonna have a new and improved Aaron and Manon. We might have to have that rematch, man.
Aaron been in Thailand.
Say what?
I said Aaron been in Thailand.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That rematch is interesting. I have to sit down and break. You talking about the Manon Aaron rematch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to. Yeah, we'd have to dissect that again because they both have made improvements, and they both dispatched of somebody who was coming up behind them trying to take their spot. They both dispatched, because Manon dispatched Jazzy and Aaron dispatched Tracy Cortez. So they both looking pretty dangerous right now.
Yep.
To be honest.
Yep. Yeah. So as much as I don't want that, as much as like a rematch is really pointless at the top, it might have to be the fight because of the way they schedule things. They
Yep, the way the division is right now. Yeah.
because the Barber,
Yikes.
Barber, I want Grasso, I want to fight Grasso again. They gave her that rematch instead of a Manon fight, which is where she should be. Because being realistic, in the top 10, like for Manon, like Miranda's out. Karina Silva just lost against Barber. Cortez just lost. She beat Rose and Jasmine. Macy would have been the only like real opponent, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
with Grasso and Macy fight, Aaron's it.
Yeah.
So, and I think April is doable for both of them.
Man, somebody don't want to fight. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, you said somebody
Somebody
don't
don't
want.
want to fight. Somebody don't want to fight somebody. That was just sound like a whole lot of ducking going on. And I don't care what nobody say. And I love me some Macy Barber, but she ducked Manon though. She ducked
Yeah,
that
multiple
fade.
times, multiple
She
times.
ducked that fade. Because
She
it's
had.
been interviews for over a year now of people asking her about Manon Fior and her just dismissing Manon Fior's name.
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
yeah.
like that's a touchy subject for her.
Yeah, shout out to I just pulled it up on my page for how do you pronounce the name? Farah Hanan.
Yeah, she's got a hard name.
Yeah. But she probably gives the best interviews when it comes down to, talking to the women though. So
Yeah,
I just really liked her questions out of I mean, all three of the interviews, like I said, there was some I take away, but I thought her questions were on point
yeah,
to
they
really
were
see
good, dude. I
where.
really enjoyed. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed her interview.
Because now we really see where her head is at, and it seems like Manon says she just want to fight. Like she said, she would fight 2, 3, 4, 5 fights if it means getting to the title shot again. But
Yep, she did.
so
Like
I'm.
Manon was, hey, but if you want me to be honest, all three of these girls was bringing that energy in these interviews. These
Oh
are
yeah,
all
yeah,
three great, and these are some of the best big media interviews I've seen.
hmm yeah. That's why I wanted to talk about it this time because I was like, man, like I ain't seen some good interviews in a while, and all of a sudden, all three of them just dropped, and I was like, hey man, you gotta check this
Yeah,
out,
yeah, facts, facts.
But yeah, man, good show, BJ. On that note, felt like it's been a
Absolutely,
minute, so we had to have a good conversation today. But
absolutely. Yes, sir.
anything you got planned this, as far as for No Filter MMA, anything coming up?
Man, I've been lazy, bro. But I gotta pick it up. I've been lazy. I've been lazy. I've been lazy.
I think
But
it's seasonal depression. It's that weather,
bro,
man.
I'm telling you, dude. Like it's snowing. Like we'd had snow 2 weeks in a row. You know what
Hmm
I'm saying? Like I'm worrying about it. They keep saying, "Oh, the power's gonna go out." I'm thinking, "Oh my goodness." You know what I'm saying? Like my mind just been detracted lately with all of this. But now that this weather done calmed down, I can settle back down. You know what I'm saying? And the mashup is a good way to start. To get my juices flowing. So definitely want to talk about these matchups. A lot of matchups across women's MMA period are being made right now. Um,
hmm
so there's a lot of content that we can talk about. So Two Beasts, I gotta set up that. I'm gonna hit you up tonight, Two Beasts. We're gonna set up that Real Naked Smoke episode. We can do it this week if you want to. Um, Sit down and hash it out. Talk about this fight because I know you got some built up stuff to say, Two Beasts, and we gonna sit down and we gonna
hmm
talk about it, my friend. He ready. Two
Hey.
Beasts is boiling on the inside. He
Oh
boiled.
man.
That man is boiling.
See,
Ooh.
I just pictured two beasts, and then I just picture the Natalia Silva fight, and it just had me cracking up.
Yeah, but he
Oh, man.
he looking at the TV
Bring your
mad.
notes, two beasts. Bring your notes, two beasts, because I know you
Bring
got a
your
lot to say
notes.
on that.
Yeah, bring your notes because we gonna talk about that one.
Oh man. Yeah, but yeah, like you, BJ, I've been facing that not I hate to call it seasonal depression, but yeah, winter's just not my thing. And
Yeah.
BJ, the older you get, I'm gonna tell you right now, because I already got about 10 years on you almost, right? Older you get, the older you get, I'm gonna tell you now, cold hurts. Cold weather hurts. No
Bro, it
matter
already
how
hurts.
no matter how strong you thought you were when you were young, like I could go out and work in the cold for hours, right? Back in my 20s.
Mm,
But now that junk hurts seriously. Like, and I'm not saying like arthritis hurt. It's just like that mental and physical hurt. When it comes in, your bones be like, oh man, I can't take this. Like you
yeah,
got to
they
be around
do.
heat, you know.
Bro, I
It's
be
just
in the dead middle of sleep, and if
mhm,
and if my knee been sitting a certain way or my back been twisted a certain way for too long, it's
mhm,
screaming.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, and I got it hurts to try to reposition yourself, like to reposition that knee that's been twisted wrong for 6 hours, and you try to
mhm,
move it and it's done cramped up. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
You can only move it inch by inch like that. Man, I ain't never experienced that in my life, dog.
Yeah, I'm just tack that on with the fact that I'm not a cold person. I'm just not a winter person, man. I'm an island person. Like I need like heat. I need like
Yeah.
75 and above. Like the cold weather is just not my thing, man. It just gets dark too fast. It just puts like it just puts a damper, man. Like I just been lazy with some things too because
Yeah.
you know it just takes energy away. Like when I was snowed in the other weekend, but I didn't feel like doing nothing. It was just like I'm gonna just sit here and eat. So yeah.
It'd be
Mike
like
Lee said, trying to go
that.
through the ice on a snowmobile,
it'd be
man.
like it'd be like that, bro.
Man. But yeah, I'm gonna tune into that when y'all get it on. That rear naked smoke. I'm
Yes,
gonna definitely
sir.
be up in there because I got to hear what y'all talking about. Oh, Frank, man, yeah, what's up, Frank, man? He said Macy will try to call for a title shot, which won't happen if she beat Grasso.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe it 100%. She
yeah,
ain't gonna call for Manon for sure. She ain't
yeah.
calling for Manon.
Mm-mm. She want
No.
that fight, and but yeah, before we get up out of here, BJ, just let everybody know they can follow you, man, and we gonna chop it up again.
Well, episode 25 of the mashup, guys. That's 50 weeks of the mashup. We're coming up on that year mark, guys. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through, listening to us, giving you feedback in the comment section. You can always find me right here on YouTube at No Filter MMA, right here on YouTube again. And then on Twitter at No Filter MMA, Facebook at No Filter MMA. Hit me up, guys. Um, but yeah, cheers to 25, and we'll see y'all in 2 more weeks.
Yes, sir. All right, always a pleasure, BJ. We'll catch you on
Yes,
the
sir.
next one.
All right, peace out, bro.
On that note, y'all, I just want to read through some comments here before I shut it down. But yeah, user account said beating Grasso on a 2-fight losing streak where she was completely dog walked should definitely not get Barbara a title shot. Yeah, I agree. That shouldn't happen. Because if she does, I mean, what would that prove? She lost to Valentina, then Grasso. Yeah, you beat a former champion, but you're not beating a former champion that was like in the right headspace. So that's not a good look for Barbara to call for that fight. Yeah, appreciate it, Mike Lee. He said hit the like button. It does help promote the channel. Yeah. Yeah, Frankman said I like to see Aaron and Jasmine. That is a style matchup I've been wanting to see. I like to see Aaron and Jasmine. Yeah, BJ. Yeah, he said Frankman said BJ. He said Aaron does not need a title shot. She's nowhere near ready for that yet. Honestly, yeah, like I don't want to see Aaron challenge for the belt yet. Like I think that there's a few more things that she needs to get together. Like she's doing a good job being in Thailand right now, and no need to rush it because the fight that she lost to Manon answered those questions already. Those questions were already answered when she fought Manon and lost 50-45. So that told me, okay, she needs to work on her footwork, work on some striking methods, and grow from there. But when you go into, a fight with Valentina, you're gonna see something different right away. So I think that take your time, build up that streak again. She beat Rose Cortez, fight like the if she calls for Grasso Barber winner, take that fight, you know. Aaron lost. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, just I think that this no rush for Aaron. She's still young, so Natalia's already 8-0. Let her get her shot. Robot Chicken said, "Yeah, there's no Aaron." He said Aaron lost. She needs to get back in line. Okay. But yeah, on that note, y'all, we out. We're gonna be back on together, of course, in the next 2 weeks, and I'll probably jump back on, sometime this weekend, and I'll probably get on live for the women's fights. They're the early prelims, so I'll jump on and call some of these fights and be dropping some videos this week. I just been a little seasonal depressed because of the snow, driving in the snow, getting snowed in at work, so let me shake off all this let me shake off this icy feel. Smila's also a top. Yeah, Smila, she just fought. She made her way in the MMA too, so a lot of stuff going on. But on that note, y'all, we gonna come back, do it again. Just hit that like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.